Welcome back to Championship Sunday. We saw Denial take a great game one there on Detroit Hardpoint. Matt, looking forward to Recovery S&D. Give me your thoughts.
I think this one plays pretty good for Denial. They're one of the smarter teams, one of the more passive teams on S&D. I think on the offensive side, definitely going to play in their favor. Okay. I think on the defensive side might be where they have trouble. Usually the stronger of the two sides is the defensive side on this map because you're able to, flood the other team spawn right off the bat.
All right.
Going to look for attach to get on those flanks early, and then, probably some pre-nades from replays. We saw a lot of that during Season 1. Players just able to, huck some nades into the opposing team's offensive spawn,
I remember,
pick them up off the rip.
Thinking into Orlando's when I first started to really see that. Just the players on offense trying to break out and just stuns flooding in really at the beginning of the map. But as we look at this, let's take a look at the key player matchup for this one. We can talk about, no key player matchup for this one. So let's get Mr. X's key player matchup here for this one. Who are the two players, one from each side for me, that are going to be the most important players in this one? I
think, Parasite and Slash are two of the best S&D players in Advanced Warfare. Going to look for either of them to have a big game. Then, going to keep hammering it down. Which X is going to be here? Is he going to go, this was what, 13 and 27 at one point in that hard point? Is he going to actually show up? It's what you always kind of wonder. Then on the Denial side, they're going to be looking at attach on the defensive side to really, get those flanks going, pick up some easy kills right off the bat. Then I think Clay, also, on the offensive side, he's going to have to pick off some players with his ARs and sniper rifles to be able to push up the map.
An honorable mention to JCap. We'll see if he can have a couple clutch rounds like he did last night.
That's an insane KD.
Yeah. Glacier leads the lobby with a 1.71 KD in S&D so far in the tournament. That's just absolutely absurd.
It's like pub stat number right there. He just played phenomenal. Yesterday we saw him go 16-4 and S&D just absolutely going in. Look for them to take that momentum from that last hard point into this S&D. Who do you want to start on board with first here, Maves?
Let's kick things off. Let's start with Enable.
Yeah?
Enable.
So Faze going to be on the defensive side first. Definitely plays in their favor. Defense is so strong on this map. You can't give away defensive rounds. You need to win all of them. If you can get an offensive round win, that is absolutely huge.
All right, we'll kick things off here as he's going to be watching this backside lock. Now for you, if you're playing this first round defense, you mentioned how aggressive you can play it. Well, actually, the first blood there is going to go to replays, though. Slash will be first to drop.
And I love the way that Denial played this. They kind of played a little bit risky, went right up the middle of the map here at the start. And I love that call. On offense, it's so hard to win those rounds. If you can just catch a lucky one at the beginning of the game, make a little bit of an odd play and take one round, that's huge.
Well, 3-2 advantage right now for Faze. We're watching JCap. I believe he had a player that was directly above him. That was actually just a teammate really covering his top side. You see to the left of him, though, there are going to be two players kind of there in that back lot. We'll see how he plays this out. The timing could work in his favor, but it looks like Enable was pre-aiming that corner. He's still going to win that gunfight. Absolutely destroys Enable. Parasite, though, answering back. JCap in a 1v2. We saw him clutch a couple last night. Can he get this first one? He does. He's got an opening here to get the second. Did he see that player? I think he did get eyes on him as he's going to rotate out left. And are we going to see, what did I say? Mr. Clutch, JCap, chance to pull off a 1v2 here in round number 1, Matt.
25 seconds, so he's going to have to make a move here pretty quick. He's going to have to get over near
that
bomb and pick that up, but it looks like he's just going to hunt for this kill.
And big thing is going to be whether or not he decides to push left or just grab this bomb and get a plant. Looks like he's going to take the bomb round, which I think is a smart player. He's got 10 seconds play time to plant. Going to try and get it down. I don't know if he's going to get this down before Parasite pushes him. Nope.
Now looks like Parasite going to be able to pick that one up. And an easy round win for Faze. That is huge. They needed to solidify that defensive side. When you lose those defensive rounds in this map, really puts you in a pretty big hole.
Yeah, and I really had JCap to clutch this one, but unfortunately, it was really just the time was not on his side. He had, what, you said 25 or so seconds left. Yeah, and not able to make it happen, though. Parasite going to take advantage of that 1v1 situation on the defensive side of things. But look at JCap's already got 2 kills to his name. Parasite has an absolutely massive round at 3-0.
Yeah, we saw a little bit yesterday, Parasite using the AK-12 in S&D. He looks like he's going to bring this one out again. Seeing so many different guns, since that patch. We've seen IMRs, we've seen AK-12s, just tons of different variations of guns.
Well, I saw him and Drifter going back and forth a little bit last night on Twitter. Drifter tweeted that the AK will shoot faster than the bow at all times. Even with that ramped up speed for the bow, the RPM you'll get outside of the AK is still going to shoot much faster. And Parasite said, I told you so.
Yeah, see replays, he's just trying to get eyes on that bomb site, not able to do so. Looks like Parasite's going to be able to get this one down, and that is huge for Faze. If they're able to win this offensive round, it's going to put them in a pretty nice position to take this game.
And he saw that player. I thought he might have got eyes on him in the back, but it looks like he will be behind that rock, not going to get vision. Parasite able, though, to get the plant and push around, going to win his first one-on-one there. Big battle with JCap, and he is just
look how
diving
smart
and
he
dancing.
is.
Yeah, this is incredible.
which is very nice movement right there, but it's actually going to be replays picking up 2 players. Going to be all up to Slasher here in this 2v1 situation. I think I have no idea where he is, Maeve.
He had a player. You saw with the coverage go right below him, but he will get picked up by Attach. And you said that would have been a huge offensive round for FaZe. They got the early plant down, but really after Parasite got that first pick, it all fell apart.
The replays went huge. He was able to pick up 2 kills right there, and then I thought Slasher, if he would have went towards that mid-map, went towards mid-cut right there, probably would have wasted a little bit more time, might have been able to pull that round out.
All right, you got Parasite on camera here. You know, he's been playing phenomenally all weekend. We'll see if he can get a couple clutch plays here in game number 2 as we are going to switch things up. All tied up 1-1. If you are just tuning in, it is a 1-0 lead for Denial. They won the first hard point in pretty dominating fashion.
Yeah, and look at this route that is going to be replays on right there. He's just going to get taken out by Aches right at the beginning, and Nabel, he's going to take out JCap. You see Denial on the offensive side. They're just going to keep hammering that middle of the map. Just try and make anything happen. That's really, offense is so difficult on this map, Moves.
It really is, and they tried to get aggressive with it, but it's going to be an early 4-2 advantage here for FaZe. The Clay the player, it looks like he definitely did. There are several, 3 kind of in that vicinity. Nabel gets eyes on him, going to be able to win that gunfight. I thought that was one that Clay might be able to win. Attach is going to be last alive, and he's going to get picked the second he jumps up above to give you over that rock.
I think he was weak. I think it's going to be Aches in your final kill cam right here. I believe that Attach was weak because Aches just snapshots him right here. It will take him out pretty quickly for another round win for FaZe. You're going to need to see one of these teams pull out an offensive round, though. I think whoever wins that first offensive round is going to win this game.
Well, I thought FaZe had an opportunity to do it in round number 2, but great job by Denial to stunt that 2-1 advantage right now for
see what everybody's using.
And who do you want to watch here, though?
I'm going to watch Slasher with that sniper rifle right off the bat. He's going to see 1. He's going to just try and challenge this player. If he can get that first blood here, it'd be massive.
He's got a player right inside here, and the timing does work in his favor. He checks that right side, and it's going to enable Slasher to get the kill. Enable picks up 1 as well. Going to be a 4v2. We'll keep eyes on with Slasher. It's going to be JCap and Clayster that are going to be attempting this 2v4. And Clayster, actually, let's switch to Clay because he's still 0-3. We've seen him go huge in S&D this weekend. Needs to get on the board.
I mean, we saw it with that 1.71 KD and S&D just playing phenomenal all weekend long, but struggling a little bit here. Starting out 0-3, and FaZe has bombed down, has a nice player advantage. 2 players up 4-2, 4v1 now in favor of FaZe. It looks like they're going to be able to take this offensive round. And as I say that, Clay's going to pick up 1. Surely, I don't think he's going to be able to do this.
If he would have hit that snipe, that would have been absolutely filthy. He's going to push forward. He sees 1 directly on the bomb, gets hit markers. That player wisely dips back, and he will get picked up from behind. And you said from the get-go, the first team to take an offensive round here is your team to win it. It's going to be FaZe as they seal this 4th round.
It was a dominating offensive performance. I mean, they got it down to a 4v1. I think what happened there is, Denial went so aggressive, into the spawn, and FaZe just played that perfectly. They kind of baited them out.
Yeah, no, it could not have played better. Now, if you are going to be Denial here, it's your chance on offense. What's going through their minds? What's the best play?
You've been going mid and you've been getting shut down pretty easy. I think you're just going to have to try and push towards this A bomb. I wouldn't even be surprised to go right through the A street. I really love that push. If you can get 1 player down, force them to start rotating over, go right down that A street. Well, but looks like they're just going to go straight for that bomb. He is getting pelted with nades.
Tagged up, but managed to stay alive. If that was Parasite that was going to push forward. If he wins that gunfight, it'd be huge. But Parasite actually gets both the players in and around the bomb site. What huge plays out of him. Enable gets 1 as well. It's going to be just Clayster left alive again in a 1v4, and he gets dropped. So between bomb down and defusal, it was probably about 8 seconds.
Absolutely. That Parasite just went massive right there. And he's been playing phenomenal. That AK-12, it's interesting. He's only using it on the offensive side. It'd be interesting to see if he brings it out in some of the respawn game modes as we go further in the tournament.
And this is looking a lot like we saw the best of 5 for FaZe yesterday. I think they struggled in the hard point, and they just came alive in the S&D.
They got dominated in that hard point yesterday.
Yeah. But it is going to be Parasite at 6-1, Enable 5, and actually every single player really positive. Aches at only a 3-2, but still, just look at the KDs across the board right now.
So they're able to pick off Clay right at the beginning of the game. You see they're playing so passive. You got Parasite just kind of hanging out there in the spawn. So now they really don't need to make a play right here, but it's actually going to be Aches taking out Attach, picking up his 2nd kill. That's huge. If they can get another offensive round, Maves, I think, don't like to call before it's over. but I think it would be pretty.
Well, I feel like they're winning all of their 1v1 gunfights right now. I mean, pretty much every engagement we've watched that's been, you know, kind of a 50-50 fight has gone in the favor of Faze right now. 50 seconds left in this one. They're going to get eyes on Bomb here. Let's see if JCap can win that. It's another one. That's another 1v1 gunfight that you think Denial has a chance to win. They're just not winning them.
You know, this is the Faze team that you kind of wonder, where are they on Respawn when they're just winning all their individual engagements? Where is this team on Hardpoint? I think their communication, just teamwork's a little bit off on those Respawn game modes. At least Hardpoint, they looked great on CTF and Uplink yesterday, but where is this team when it matters in that first game?
And this has been the single biggest thing for me in game number 2. It's not like there's some wild strategies coming out of Faze right now. They're just winning their engagements.
They're just winning their one-on-one gun battles, and, you know, Parasite obviously dominating. We'll stay on board with him, you know, go flipping on the defensive side, starting off 7-1. You know, almost couldn't get off to a better start, really. Faze dominating this recovery S&D.
All right, we'll watch Parasite. Last time we saw him in this defensive position is when he pushed in. They got the bomb down really quick, was Denial, but he got that two-piece so quickly. Attached, though, will get the first blood on Enable. So 4-3 advantage right now is going to be the scenario here for Denial. We're watching Aches right now. Top jungle, you saw there on the mini, both through COD Vision, there was one player in and around, and really 3 players kind of in and around where his location.
Yeah, seems like Denial just trying to figure out what they want to do with this bomb. Up 1 player right now, they're able to, you know, push 1 site and just trade kills effectively. They're going to be able to win this offensive round.
All right, we'll switch to replays. He's going to be your bomb carrier in and around. That Parasite has been dominating at that site. Could not be playing it better. He's eventually going to drop to Clay, and it is going to be, though, a 2v2. Slasher and Aches versus JCap and Attach.
You see Slasher just picked up 1. It looks like they're just going to fight this one out of mid-map. Now it's all up to Aches. Aches left in a 2v1 situation.
And he should know. I mean, they're on the A site. They don't have a ton of time. 30 seconds. I think the bomb's going to be going down right now, and the timing works out perfectly for him because he let him go.
Oh!
Wow.
I think he was going to try and get all the way around and kill the bomb guy first and then come over and kill Attach. Attach obviously just turned around, saw Aches just staring at him in the middle of the street and killed him pretty easily.
That was Aches getting cute. He wanted to try and just sneak by. Thought he had an opportunity to make a clutch play. I mean, that could have gone one of 2 ways.
It could have worked out really well. We could have said that was an amazing play, so smart. Or
instead,
he got
turned on.
Instead, he got turned on. Looked like he had some of the slowest reaction time ever. Let's go on board with Denial. Flipping over to the defensive side. They're really going to need a hold over here over at A.
All right, and they're going to be pushing forward. Looks like they're getting pretty aggressive here on the defensive side of things. That they've already pushed up all the way onto this A bomb site. You can see the offensive side here from Faze. They are just basically back by their spawn.
We know this is how Faze has been playing the entire time, but the issue is that Denial has been putting that pressure on the flank from that B side of the map. They've been trying to go through that top jungle area, and Faze has been baiting them out in the spawn. On the flip side, they're going to push that A bomb site right now. It's really, you know, kind of thrown Faze off a little bit. They're trapped in their spawn.
Well, JCap gets that first blood, but he will be sniped then by Slasher. We'll watch and see if Enable decides to go lower. I think there's a player about to peek here.
It looks like that player is going to be attached, and he's just going to back down real quick. Enable able to pick up that one right there. That's huge. Yeah, that's just Attach getting a little bit too anxious right there. If he would have just, you know, kind of sat in that corner, waited it out, and Enable with a phenomenal kill right there on the Clay. Cross-map SMG. It's just going to be down to replays with that sniper. You always know what position he's going to be playing in that back rock area over at A site.
For those of you viewers at home,
difficult one for him to win.
That is a little outside of the consistent range for the ASM1 as he is absolutely melted that player back.
He was hurt.
He had to have been.
He was hurt also, but replays, he's going to pick up Aches right there. He's got Enable on the bomb site. He's going to put a bunch of nice shots into him. He's going to have to push, not able to trade those kills.
All right, there it is.
It's going to be Faze getting on the board. You know, I said if they win that first offensive round, they were going to win this game.
Yep.
And, you know, they were able to win 2 offensive rounds. Absolutely huge on recovery.
Well, they had an opportunity, I think, in round number 3 to win their first offense. They got that quick clamp, but weren't able to hold it out. The following offensive round for them, I think they took back-to-back offensive rounds and really just locked it down there. But great stuff. They're going to tie the series up 1-1. We do have Puckett and Ben down on the analysis desk. Let's hear their thoughts.
All right, thank you guys. Benson, let's start with the hardpoint game. Let's go there first. Clayster, an absolute monster. What went right for Denial, though, other than Clay just picking up every kill he saw?
The first thing I wrote down on this piece of paper when we started taking notes was, for me, this is going to be Slasher versus Clay, and it's all going to be anchoring. That was going to be the key, because Detroit is kind of one of those maps where you can have your moments from old school Black Ops 2 anchoring, like, for example, Back Atlas for 3rd and 4th hill. And that was what it was. You saw Clay so many times play for his life, not necessarily just playing for kills. He was so smart. Really forced Faze to go for the challenges against him, which wasted so much time, which was why ultimately, you know, you sort of now pull away with a big lead. I mean, going into the 3rd hill, Denial were up 60 to 18.
Right.
Like, they were in control for such a long time, I felt.
Our friends over at COD Stats mentioned, Hill 2 and Hill 5 is where Denial dominated.
Yeah.
They have a bar graph there on Twitter. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you guys are following them. But also, we just saw JCap really come to life, and I think we saw Enable and Slasher struggle in keeping up in the slaying category. So that's what I'm looking forward to in Game 3, another respawn. Will they be able to hang? But let's take it to Search and Destroy. 24-10 when you look at Slasher, Parasite, and Enable combined. All three members dropping 8 kills apiece. Very few deaths. And Parasite, I feel like he may be the best S&D player we've seen this weekend.
Honestly, every single time you see him start an S&D game, he plays extremely well. He kicked that one off 4-1 in 3 rounds. Like, he's so talented when it comes to Search and Destroy, and I feel people kind of, I don't want to say underestimate him, but they don't give him as much credit as he actually should be due.
I actually wrote down 6-1 going into round 6.
Was it 6-1?
So it's like,
there
wow.
you go. Like, that really tells you the story. When you have
How
a
do you
player
beat that?
making such clever plays as well, that's the key. I'm just looking at some of the notes I wrote down. 4th round was a 4 versus 2 in favor of Faze, when they were up 2-1, and they managed to just hold that true. They didn't allow anyone clutching up, and they won an attacking round. And you heard Matt say a couple of times that, winning that first attacking round is crucial on that map, and it proved to be so true.
What's kind of crazy is coming into this series, I thought, well, when it comes to Respawn, you got to look at Slasher, you got to look at Enable, both in the top 5 for overall KDs for the weekend so far. These guys are going to help Faze lock up. But then I looked at Denial and I said, okay, beating Aware, who's arguably the best S&D team here this weekend in both Search and Destroys, Denial going to be ferocious in their Search game. We're seeing the opposite here on Championship Sunday. Very interesting stuff happening here. Before I let you go, though, Ben, you got to tell me who is going to take this next game as we go to Uplink on Biolab.
Uplink Biolab, I'd be looking for Denial to really lock that one down. I think they have a 67% ratio from Season 1, if I'm not mistaken. So their Season 1 stats have been pretty good, supports that statement. But I think Biolab is just a good map for Denial. I think they really understand how to play that map.
All right, so guys, we're going to throw it to commercial break. When we come back, we'll find out, will they be able to take it? Biolab up next right here on MLG.TV.